For the 100% cheapest coins on the internet with reliable delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Nice. Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 21 video on the channel, and in today's video we have another no money spent journey update. And now in this one we're going to be covering 5 different topics related to my Madden Ultimate team and how I've been doing when it comes to coins and upgrades. A couple of the topics include a 1.2 million coin investment that I made, whether you guys should be buying or selling right now in the market, as well as some upgrades we made to our team. So let's get into this investment to start the video off. I know you guys are probably all very curious about this. I'm excited to share it in this video, and before I do that, be sure to comment what your overall is down below in the comment section. I'm kind of curious how your guys' teams are doing, and if you're watching this video and you're not yet subscribed, hit that sub button as well. Now, the investment that we decided to make was picking up a couple of Clowney golden ticket 99 overall players. I spent around 550k to buy these cards. The player is currently selling for around 650, so I'd have made a little bit of profit. Let me go over my thought process as to why I made this investment and talk about my plans for what I'm going to do with these cards in the future. Now, the reason why I decided to make this investment is because of how Clowney was acquired and basically how the supply was capped in the market. So essentially how Clowney came into the market was people pulling him out of ultimate eggs, which essentially means there's only a certain amount of supply in the market, and that supply was absolutely flooded on Easter Day when everyone was buying these cards. So my thought process was that that was going to be the cheapest time that the card would be selling for weeks and probably months. So I picked up a couple of cards at around 550k. Clowney was actually selling for 750k a couple of days ago. He's down to 650 right now. My plan is to sell off one of these cards live in the video for about 640k, so we'll make a little bit of profit on that card, and I'm gonna hold on to the other one, and hopefully he goes up to around 700,000 coins. Now, I am pretty satisfied with the investment. All I had to do was snipe on the auction block for a little bit, and I was able to find these cards for around 550k very easily. We'll sell one off for 645 live in the video. I have one on my team, and then I'm gonna sell off this other one, and hopefully we profit even more. This one is probably gonna net us around 50k after tax. I could have made like 150k because the card was selling for almost 800,000 coins a couple of days ago, but I do think this was a solid investment. And the main takeaway from this is if there's ever a promo in Madden where there's only a certain amount of supply and all that supply comes into the market at the same time, that is a solid time to make an investment. Theoretically, the price is never going to be lower than that until the card becomes slightly irrelevant or not as good, because there's not going to be more people pulling him. There's only going to be people buying him and adding to their team. So that's why I made the investment, and if there's ever a situation like that, you can definitely consider investing in some players. Julio Jones I was considering buying, but I decided to go with Clowney, and that investment has worked out fairly well for me. Obviously, I'm going to be able to profit on the first card, and we should profit on the second one as well. Now, since this is a no money spent journey update, I should go over my upgrades to the team. So a couple of players that we ended up getting, where we ended up picking up Alvin Kamara and his 99 overall LTD version. I had to pick up the player and add into my team. AK is one of my favorite players in the NFL. The card plays awesome in Madden. The speed and acceleration are endgame at 99s, and he breaks so many tackles. It's wild. I tweeted this on Twitter, but I feel like the way EA did Alvin Kamara and the way they make him play in this game is so realistic. He's gliding around the field, tacklers shed down his legs like they do IRL. So Alvin Kamara is one of the most fun running backs to play with in this game. I would say he's the best back in the game. The versatility when it comes to catching and running is insane. I could be a little bit biased, but I do think he's the best running back in the game when it comes to pure running, because of the fact that he's got great speed and acceleration, as well as is just going to shed so many tackles. And look at the catching stats, boys. The catching stats on this card are absolutely wild. He's going to be sitting at 93 catching with chemistries, which is just insane, and the route running is at a 96 for short route running. Just absolutely wild. I do love this AK card, one of my favorite players on this team. Now, another player that I think might be my favorite card in Madden right here is 99 overall Julio. I would advise almost every single person watching this video to go out and try and get this Julio card. He is the best player on my team right now, in my opinion. Route runner archetype, so we can get any of those route abilities that you want, like deep in elite, deep out elite, maybe route tech. You can get all those for the cheapest AP possible with this Julio Jones. Now, he also has 99 speed, 98 XL. Insane for a guy that's 6'3 and 220 pounds. The route running is awesome. The catching is all insane. This is basically a golden ticket. This is better than golden ticket Clowney, in my opinion. I've played with both of them, and this card is literally going to be better. This is one of my favorite cards in this game, as our Clowney's going to be selling in the background right there to make us a solid amount of profit. And then finally, we also did end up picking up Clowney. Speak of the devil right here, left outside linebacker. He's going to be coming off the edge for me. I would say the card is good, but not great. I'm going to give you guys an honest opinion on these players. AK is awesome. Julio's awesome. This card is good, but not great. I can't say he's glitchy. He's one of the best players in this game, because to be honest, I don't think he is. He doesn't play up to these stats for some reason. He's still a really good player. Don't get me wrong. He is going to be great for you if you pick him up, but he's not as good as the likes of Julio. So if you're deciding between Clowney or Julio, pick up Julio. But if you do want another pass rusher on the edge, Clowney is still going to be a good player. I have Clowney and LT coming off both edges, and damn, those boys are zooming on every single play. Great block shed. I feel like Clowney's actually been really well in the run game for me. He's been able to shed quite a bit. It's been fairly noticeable. We sell off that card for 580k after tax, so a quick little 30,000 coins on the investment. I'm hoping we make more on the second one, but the reason why I'm selling off one live in the video is because I don't want to risk it in the case that he ends up going down in price. So we're going to make a little bit of coins on the first one, and hopefully we make more on our second investment. Hopefully that card goes up in the next couple of days. Now next up, let's talk about some market movement, whether you should be buying or selling right now, and now is the best time to buy, guys. Training is so cheap. If you need training, pick up your training points right now. I'm up to 30k training, kind of just sitting there and stockpiling for a little bit, but if you are looking to make other upgrades to your team, this is going to be a really good time to do so as well. As we take a look at some of these team diamonds, these cards were selling for a lot more just a couple of days ago. They are down to under 400k for the cheapest cards. I would also recommend you guys take a look at the sets for these, because the sets for these cards have gone down drastically. The whole market went down a ton when those eggs hatched, so if you're looking for literally any upgrades, this is going to be a good time to get the players. Let's take a look at Eric Berry, for example. I know a lot of you guys told me you were planning on doing the Eric Berry set, and yeah, that's a really good idea. 85 overalls are only up for 12k, not that expensive. I'm assuming you can snipe them for 10k, but the 90s, this is where the cards have gone down in price so much. 30k for a 90 is a very good deal. Obviously the team of the year market absolutely plummeted as well. 200k for the Chris Jones, but I would definitely recommend you guys look to pick up these players. It looks like these 98s might be a little bit cheaper off the auction block than through the sets, but this again is going to be a good time to make your upgrades or pick up your training. It doesn't just have to be team diamonds. If you want any other cards in this game, buying now is a solid idea. The market went down a whole ton, and particularly if you're looking for a player that was coming out of Easter eggs, this is when you want to buy them, because there's a lot of supply for those cards in the market, especially on Sunday, but still right now. So moving it on to the fourth thing in today's video, let's talk about future upgrades, where I want to go with my team, and kind of what my plan is for the future, and maybe you guys can emulate some of these decisions in the future. So the first upgrade that I really want to make is at tight end. I don't love Darren Waller. I've been saying it for weeks. The last time I made a video like this, I said Alvin Kamara needs a new upgrade, and he did. I'm going to say it right here. Give Jonnu Smith an upgrade. If Jonnu gets an upgrade, I'll be picking up that tight end for sure. This card honestly played better than Darren Waller. Obviously, he's not going to be as good if we were to play him right now, but based on how good the cards were with all things considered, so like considering how good defenders were back in the day, Jonnu Smith was like proportionately better than Darren Waller. So if we get a new Jonnu Smith card, I will be absolutely hyped to pick him up. The O-line does look good right now. I might try and pick up some 99 overall O-linemen for overall purposes in the future, but for now, I think we are set. The skill positions, they are looking incredible. Julio Jones is one of my favorite cards in this game, probably my favorite card in the game right now. Loving AK. Sterling Sharp's pretty good. Marvin Harrison is really good. That's a good budget receiver right there if you guys want one. Brett Favre is good. I would like to pick up a QB with more speed in the future. Brett Favre's been fun to use, but if Josh Allen gets an upgrade and he can get Hot Route Master, that is definitely the way I'll go. So QB, I can still play around with. I can still move around with. I don't know that I'm set on Brett Favre for now. I feel like I honestly preferred playing with Deshaun Watson. Kind of weird to say, but I'm going to say it. Now, next up, the defense is looking really good as well. LT, if he gets an upgrade, he will be added to the team for sure. Otherwise, we are looking really set on defense. An LT upgrade would be solid. Maybe we pick up another defensive tackle so we can be a little bit better in run defense, but otherwise, I am liking the way this team is looking, boys. A couple upgrades we want to make, like I said, are tight end, QB, as well as hopefully a new LT upgrade. Now, before we end this video off, we have to adopt a new child at some point in the future. Eugene Hilton is really just moving down the depths. Eddie Jackson moving down the depths as well. We got rid of Corey Dillon. I'm thinking Julio Jones, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section as to who our new adopted child should be. Julio is a really good card. I feel like I want to pick someone that isn't crazy expensive, so maybe William Jackson, so that a lot of you guys can pick him up and add to your team. But otherwise, that is going to do it for me. 5 things to cover in today's video, kind of just going over a lot of my stuff that's going on with my No Money Spent team and my No Money Spent journey. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and until next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.